Hey everyone, welcome to this quick video, and today I just wanted to show you how you can achieve really easy natural lighting with the help of image textures. And yeah, let's get started. So let's say you want to do a very basic lighting setup. So in most cases you will just use maybe area lights, whatever you prefer, and move them around a little bit, just like this. Turn up the power maybe. And take another one, put this over here. You might even want to do, for example, these blends from Windows, and you basically do a lot of stuff, and in the end it took you quite some time to achieve what you want, and maybe you don't even like this, and now changing around causes a lot of issues. It becomes annoying. You have all these things floating around in your viewport. And basically the very simple solution is using image textures. So if I go now into here and use a spotlight, you can see down here in the shader editor, you can click on use nodes and there will pop up some nodes, obviously. And if you have Node Wrangler enabled, just press Ctrl T and choose an image texture. This can be anything. I have made a pack that I use myself. It includes like 50 lights. I have linked it down below where you can buy it, but there's also a free version because I've been there. I also don't really want to spend money on assets I then don't even use. So you can grab some free ones and use them to follow along and use them in your own projects as well. So in this case, I'm just going to use this one. And you can see for now it's pretty dark and we need to turn up the emission strength to something like 5000. This is usually the value I go for. And then you can already start to see that this looks much better than before and much more natural. But there's some issues with this that we're going to fix right now. So the settings you have basically are using, for one, a color ramp. So I'm just gonna add that in between here. And then you also have all these settings of the spotlight itself over here. The power makes it obviously brighter or darker. You can especially use the radius to, for example, get rid of these really small stripes. You can see there's like little dots and stripes. You can just turn up the radius a little bit and they will be gone. And in general, if you like look at this and you think that's like too detailed, you can always just turn up the radius until it turns into something that you will like. The spot size basically determines how far the spotlight spreads. So you can see here, this would be like 180 degrees, which is absolutely crazy. But you can use values like this that are a little bit bigger. And then also finally the blend, like on the outer parts here, you can already see, you can clearly see the difference between spotlight and where it stops. And this blend will basically help make a small, softer transition. Now we get to the color ramp. First of all, I don't like how there is these little gray areas, so I'm just gonna get rid of them by pulling this little black knob a little to the side. And so it basically removes all of these barely lit parts and it only keeps the very bright ones. So you can see if I pull this to the very top, you can remove more and more. I just want it barely there. And so I just put it into here. So this looks really good and really pretty much done already, but you can do a lot more with this. We are going to change the color of this, and we have two options. We either go into color and just change this around, which works totally fine, but the way I prefer it is I use the color ramp. I just go into this knob and use this one right here to change the color. And the reason for that is that in some rare cases you might want to customize it even further by adding gradients inside of the light. So for example, if I press plus right now here and I choose a much more greener tone, you can already see that we now have both colors depending on the amount of white. So if I drag these around and put this maybe more to something like this, you can already see we get some really cool lighting. Just by using this color, we can of course always adjust this around. If you put them too close, it can start looking weird, especially with using a low radius. You can see it starts to like clip and yeah, look weird. We do not want this, so I'm just gonna turn the radius back up and put these further apart, just like that. And so you basically have very simple lighting that looks really good, really natural, and doesn't take a lot of effort at all. Anyways guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, and follow me if you want to find more stuff. I also post on Instagram and Twitter. All the links are down in the description as usually, and also make sure to check out the pack if you're interested. As I said, you don't have to buy anything, you can just download the free samples and use them just as well. And yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good one. Bye.